Hey everyone. Okay, I am back. Forgive me for, I need to set up a little bit, so forgive me. Let me just talk to you while I'm doing this. Hi, I have missed you all. I think about you guys often, and I appreciate you sticking with me. I'm going to be, of course, rusty, so please forgive that too. I don't have who I should be thanking, but I'm just going to thank everybody, okay, for all your thoughts, prayers, and good wishes, and good thoughts, all of it, for my husband. So thank you, and thank you for staying with me. Thanks for watching the ads. Thanks for helping me get monetized. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is from the deepest part of my soul that I want to say thank you to everybody who has been there for me. I appreciate you more than you can ever imagine, and thank you. So I had started my PL. I'll tell you about my life, okay? So I started this PL before we left in June, and then then what a journey, right? Our journey happened. And then I came home. Okay, we had been gone for so long. And I'm just going to get started. I think I have everything, I hope. I don't know. Yeah, okay. So I'll tell you a little bit of what happened with home life. So we were gone. I'm not sure if I told you guys in one of the videos that everybody came and pitched in to help with the dogs. So the dogs had company every day. And then Matt lived here at our house, and Cordell, my son, lived at Cheyenne's house. And he took care of her dogs. So it was a joint effort. Where we live is a gated community. But our gated community, I basically live in the country, is what I guess you could say. It's not really, because it's on a golf course, but across the street from us, we had they're building, not directly across, like in our communities here and across the highway, but it's not really, it's just, you know, it's considered a highway, but it's not too much of a highway. I don't know how to explain it, but either way, it's a road. They were building a college, and while we were gone, and while they were building this college, and it's like acreage, right? It's acres and acres and acres. And while they were building this college and we were gone, so the house was essentially empty, and the dogs are not hunters, and they would like lift their eyeballs more than anything. Well, I guess where I live, the residents were inundated with mice and rats because of all the construction happening. And we have, where we live in Hollister, the building has been, they had like 250,000 homes built like this year or something like that. They had been doing nothing but building where we in our community. And so it's houses. So, and we are agriculture kind of community. So we so we have wildlife, you know, everything else. And so everything was disrupted and has been disrupted because of all this building. Well, because of all the building, all the rats and mice came into I guess it's happening everywhere, because honestly, where everybody lives, because in California they're just building, even though we have a rise in homelessness everywhere. But they're building everywhere. Anywhere there's land, they're building. And so so everybody, I guess, in this area, Monterey County, and because in Salinas is where my daughter lives, and they were inundated with mice and rats also. So everywhere there was. And we've been in our house, we've owned our house for 20 years, and we have never had this big of a problem. And I know a lot of it stems from us not being home, and there's no commotion here. It's like an empty house, right? Because Matt was only sleeping here, that was it. And so this is a day that my husband was helping me cut this panel. This quilt is all done and back and everything. So it's another part of my quilt show or quilt parade I need to do for you guys. That way you can see what I've done. But he is so precise. So he measured my panel so that it would be correct, because it's a digital panel. And so yeah, he helped me that day, and it was so amazing. So and then I'll get to talking about my husband too. So so anyway, so then, yeah, and we've never had this big of a problem before, where even Matt was saying, he goes, yeah, I found on one a week of dead mice in the toilet. And I'm like, what do you mean in the toilet? I'm like, wow, we have never had that happen before. And so, yeah, all the building and us not being home created a rodent problem. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I came home to my house being trashed, you guys. My house was so trashed. It was so trashed. And I had to, it took me 3 weeks, you guys, between adjusting to Tim and our new normal. It took me 3 weeks to get this house completely sanitized. Completely, I mean, of course the kitchen was the first thing to get sanitized. I hired a house cleaner to help me, and so she was sanitizing all the dishes, and she was completely helping me, and so we got everything done. So but the last things to my priority were my craft rooms, and they were so bad, you guys, so bad. I lost so much. I lost a lot, but not a lot. You know what I mean? I lost, oh, I just completely messed that up. I lost a few stickers. I lost quite a bit of paper pads. New paper pads and paper, Pink Fresh Studios, because I guess mice, I have learned that mice really like corners. And so my paper pad, and you know, on the ground and in the corners, up on top in the corners. So anytime, I mean, anywhere in the craft rooms was the corners. It was really weird, really weird. And so my paper pads are on the bottom shelf if you see my room tour. And this is the diamond painting my husband and I did. It took us months and months to do, but we did it. And so it was a process, and it was me by myself, because Cheyenne, you know, she went back to her life, and so I was basically by myself, and so I had to do my whole house by myself. I had one friend come over, and she helped me with my craft room, but it, you know, it wasn't, it needed a lot of hours put into it. And so yeah, it took me 3 weeks to sanitize the house and get it all back to normal. And in fact, the garage was the last thing I had to do, and we barely finished that, I think, last week. I think on a Wednesday, I don't know, on a Friday or so, I don't know, one of those days, but I barely got it done. And that was 5.5 weeks. So the house itself took 3.5, and then the garage took another 2.5 weeks. So, and because I'm doing it all on my own, and you know, I'm still a fat girl, and you know, bending and doing stuff, it's not easy, you know. And so I wish I've lost a lot of weight while, you know, bending over and taking care of Tim, and, you know, lifting and moving and all that stuff, but no weight has been lost. So, of course, I am just doomed to be fat. I am just, yeah. So I just need to shut up and deal with it, you know. I'm going to stay fat. It's not going to come off. And believe me, and when people say, you know, because the doctor put me on Ozempic, and I've been on Ozempic for maybe 8 months, not 1 pound lost on this. So whoever's talking about, oh, Ozempic is a great weight loss, no, it's not. No, it's not, you guys. They're a bunch of malarkey. It's malarkey. So maybe it works for people who are naturally skinny, I guess. I don't know, but it's no. So believe me, I've been on Ozempic for a while now, and it's nothing. So, but anyways, but yeah, so then there was, and so a lot of my craft room was destroyed. My main craft room was so destroyed. They got on my counters, and they peed and pooped everywhere. So I lost half of my stickers that were on here, and because when they ran across, they shoved the stickers off and shoved my papers off, and so they didn't pee and poop on my actual layout. When they ran off, they shoved it all off to every edge, and that's where they pooped and peed at. And I was like, are you kidding me? So yeah, it was so heartbreaking for me. It was heartbreaking to come home and deal with that. And so it took me a while before I could even open the doors. So I hadn't crafted or anything for quite a while because of that, because it was heartbreaking. And then my house was destroyed because they remodeled our bathroom for Tim. The fire department did, and so all our bedroom stuff, all our bathroom stuff was not carefully put, you know, into boxes and moved aside. No, it was shoved in every little nook and cranny. It was shoved. So I had stuff from my bedroom and the bathroom all in my craft room over here, the one where my filming area is, which is the bedroom. Then then the spare bedroom, and then the garage, and it was a mess. There was no care whatsoever, and my daughter did it. But yeah, no care, no, you know, she tried the best she could, but it was just not done right, and so it ended up creating 100 times more work for me, 100 more times, and it was heartbreaking for me because my house is clean. My house is clean. So this is my paranormal romance, what I did for my leg. So I don't know if you'll be able to see it too well, but I have dragons, werewolves, books, and my vampire. And this is my leg, my right leg. So my right leg is pretty tattooed up. And so yeah, it was sad. It was sad. Cheyenne and I weren't getting along. The last month we were together in Colorado. We have found, I haven't talked to her yet, but, well, I mean, we're talking and we're fine, but we were not getting along. And so she didn't care. She didn't care. She didn't care. So, yeah, so she left me, and I had to be a big girl. I had to put my big girl panties on and take care of my house on my own. And that's my vampire. And yeah, he's all done now, so I'll have more pictures later on. But yeah, and so it was very, very heartbreaking for me because we had to, you know, Tim and I had to adjust to being home and me being the total caregiver and me having to do everything, and then also trying to sanitize my house because I will not live like this. And so it took it took 3.5 weeks for me to even sit down for a minute. I have been going nonstop. That's why I'm kind of disappointed that I'm not, you know, that I didn't lose any weight, because I have been going nonstop, you guys. I have not sat down. I have not, you know, taken a siesta in that time frame, and it sucked. It really, really sucked. And, you know, I don't know, you guys. I don't know. But anyway, so that's just what ended up happening. Is my mom and I went to a quilt store, and they had that, and I loved it. It was so cute, that quilt. So that's why I hadn't been able to peel and everything else, and so barely last week Tim was doing, so what we're finding our new normal, right? And so now for the last I think week and a half, yeah, I would say a week and a half, I have been because remember my room has that nook, my craft nook, right? So I can craft and we can be together still. And so he takes a shower, and usually he's in bed by 6, probably 7. The latest is 7. And then I start quilting, and we go till about 9 o'clock. So I get 2 hours of quilting in, and I am adoring it. I am loving it. And we watch TV, or he watches his phone, and you know, plays videos on his phone or whatever. But he's laying there, he's happy, he's relaxing. The puppies are snoring next to us, and yes, they were ecstatic when we got home and they saw us for the first time, and they were so attached that they would not leave us alone whatsoever. And so it's been fun, you guys, having them back and being with them. It's been joyous. It's been joyous, and I miss those suckers. So anyway, so then so that's our new normal. So he goes, lays in bed, and then I quilt, and it's been fun. And then but we have also decided, because I quilted and I PL'd when he was at work, and he was at work so much, right? And so I was able to do that a lot. Well, now that he's home, we have to find what works for us, and that has been working for us. So quilting is good, and I have my new industrial machine, which I adore. I adore it, you guys. It's so nice. It really is. It's so nice. And then we PL. So since I had half of this done, I only needed a little bit. Well, he has speech homework. And so with his speech homework, I left him, so when I'm at my main craft desk in the living room, I can see him at the kitchen table. And so it works. So he needs quiet in order to concentrate, because he still has, his problems. Isn't she cute? She's still cute. And so memory problems. And so he has concentration problems too. So he has to have quiet. So I went and PL'd while he did his homework, and I was able to finish this. And so that is what we have decided that we're going to do, is that he does his homework. And then also I am going to, it's been busy, so we haven't been able to implement it yet, but we are going to, where we put a timer on for an hour a day, where I get to go PL, and he will do his homework or do something with his hand and his arm, OT or something, so he does something that doesn't require me to help him with, things, his exercises or whatever. So we were going to implement that pretty soon. We haven't been able to yet because it's been busy, you guys. Cheyenne's wedding is coming up December 7th. And then, she had Friendsgiving the other day, or yesterday. Yeah, and my birthday, you guys. I hit 50 on November 22nd. And I am so glad that I got to turn 50. I think my grandmother died at 46 or something. So, both my mom and I are excited that we made it, past that. And so I got to turn 50 on the 22nd, and I got to have breakfast with my parents, and, we get to enjoy life and be together, and that's amazing, and I'm grateful. So it's all good. And then we just relaxed, and I got to quilt, and yeah, it was a really amazing day, you guys. Really amazing day. So, yeah. But now I'm 50, so I'm super, super excited about that. But yeah, so then it was my birthday, and then, we've been doing a lot of puzzles. Tim and I have been puzzling like crazy. So this is, we had a tasting for the cakes, and these were the winners. So, yeah, those are the winners. So we had, so it's been a little bit busy because we've been doing puzzles, and that's good for his brain, and it's good for his hand, because I really have him work his hand, and he needs to get that back. You only have a year to get, whatever you get back is what you get back after a stroke in a year's time frame. So he needs to really, really work it. And so let me tell you a little bit about what our days are like. He is walking. He is not in his wheelchair anymore. We are not doing the wheelchair anymore. So he is out of that. And he is using his walker. And only in the house, outside the house, he's using his walker. Inside the house, he is walking, but I hold on to him. He has a gait belt, and so I can hold on to him, latch onto him, and hold him in if he falls, or catch him if he's falling. So, which I have already done at the hospital. So, yeah, he fell at the hospital, but I had him the whole time, and he never went boom. So, yeah, when it's the love of your life, you can find strength, that's for sure, and you don't want him hurt. So, and I did. I gently laid him on the ground, and it was it was an experience. So we have lived 1,000 lives, you guys. In the last 5.5 months, we have lived 1,000 lives. And yeah, so but yeah, so it's just, he's doing amazing. He really is. He pushes himself. He's got this. But it's just, you know, it takes time. It does. It takes time. And he will be back to normal, you know, himself in, you know, in no time. And I believe that wholeheartedly. And you can, we've met plenty of people who had the same stroke he did and ran a marathon, you know, and who don't look, you know, like a stroke survivor. So yeah. And in fact, Tim, some of his days that he walks, when he has really good days, it looks like he had knee surgery and not a stroke. So that's how well he's doing, you guys. That is how well he is doing. That he looks like he had knee surgery. So his right arm is a little bit better. It needs to be better. Better, not just better. And yeah, he's working on that. In fact, we have 2 days out of the week right now. This week we have 2 days where we have to, we are about an hour and 12 minutes on a good day, an hour and 35 minutes on a bad day, to where he has his PT. And we're going to do that for the rest of the year. And then we're hoping to find somewhere closer, because his speech therapist isn't the greatest. And that's unfortunate. You know, especially when you come from, you know, Craig Hospital, who is like state of the art, and they have the best of the best there. Of course, you're going to, you know, have, you know, not everyone's going to be the best, because, you know, essentially, you know, people are people, right? And so you'll have the lazy ones, and you'll have the go-getters, and you'll have the ones who really take pride in their work. And you see that a lot. And luckily we got the best of the best. I don't know how we got lucky, but I'm so grateful we were. But he got the best of the best at Craig Hospital. And they changed our lives, and they changed his life for the better. And we miss that. We really, really miss that, because I'll tell you what, you guys, that is, we need that, and we don't get that here at the rehab here, you know. You get our OT looks at the clock. He looks at the clock a lot. And it's like, do you have to pee? Do you have to, you know, why do you keep, and it makes Tim uncomfortable. And it's making Tim feel like he, you know, like he's not, you know, am I not worth, you know, trying to get better? Or, you know, so it matters, you guys. It matters on how these people are. And his speech therapist is more about talking about his family than actually working with him. And he's very, very loud. And one of the things they tell you for a stroke survivor is that, you know, quiet is better, not to be yelling. And this guy has a booming voice that you could hear probably across the whole parking lot. And he talks about his family, and he's just not a good, this isn't the job for him. You know, it really isn't the job for him, being a speech therapist. But all he does is give Tim homework for Tim to do at home, and for me to do with Tim, which I have been with Tim 100%. So I'm okay doing the homework with Tim. But the thing is, what are you doing? So for that hour, he is just talking about his family and giving Tim homework. And I'm like, this isn't what you should be doing, honestly, because I've seen it. I've seen what the best of the best do, and this isn't it. So, you know, and I know people will agree with me, devil's advocate, everything else, and that's fine. But I have lived this. I have lived this hands-on, and I've been through this whole thing with him. I have never left his side. Not once have I left his side. And all his appointments, I have been there 100%. So I have seen it all. I have done it all. And yeah, so seeing how people treat him at the rehab center here, it's disheartening, because he is not getting what he needs. So we will be looking for another place. And the speech I can do, what this guy does is print off stuff from the internet. The speech therapist, he prints off stuff from the internet. Well, I can do that. I can do that. I have unlimited printing capabilities. I can do it. So and then especially because he's giving me to do it with Tim anyways. So he's not really helping Tim. So yeah, and yeah, so it's very, very, very sad, and it's not something I enjoy for him, because he leaves a little bit on the dejected side, because he didn't really learn anything. You know, he didn't get to do anything. All he had to do is listen and laugh when he's supposed to laugh, you know. So yeah, I don't like it for him. So we'll try and change that. But yeah, but it is what it is, but I'm going to seek different places for him, because I do not want him feeling like he's not getting anything out of something, and us staying there because, you know, we need to, or because this is the closest place, or whatever it may be. So no, we have to get reevaluated, things like that. No, I'm not worrying about that right now. I'll drive 5 hours a day if I have to get him the best care that I can. So it's all good. And in fact, I told him, because we were offered to go to another acute rehab center after Craig in Houston, Texas. And Tim said no, he wanted to go home. But I've been telling him, I said, if you want to go to Texas, let's go. You know, because you only have a year time frame. And so right now he's not considering it, but if I need to, I will take him to Texas, and we will live there for a couple months. We've done it already, so we can do it again. So, but yeah, it's just the level. There's just not enough, you know, PTs, OTs either, you know, and that doesn't help either. There's so many people, so many, you know, my husband's a fireman, so he of course saw all that. You know, every day you have a heart attack or a stroke victim, or, you know, you have these things every day. So you can imagine all these people every day around the world you have, but there's just not enough PT and OT people. There really isn't. So, whoop, well, that sucked. I didn't put that hard enough. So my my title card isn't the best, but you know, it was hard. It's hard to, you know, to pick back up where I was, and so that's, you know, also a problem. But I enjoyed the process, and I want to continue to enjoy the process. What do you guys think? I'm sorry I don't have anyone, you know, like I said, I want to thank everybody. I do. I appreciate you guys staying with me. You guys are amazing. I hope you enjoyed the video. It looks like there's a lot of shadow on this point right here, so sorry about that. I wonder if I can bring it down a little. Let's see. But anyways, we have a busy day, and then I have to go find a dress for Cheyenne's wedding. And honestly, you guys, I had lost 25 pounds before Tim's accident, and then I gained all of that back plus some. And so now it's so disappointing for me to be so fat still when I was trying so hard. And so thinking about, oh, there you go, I should have had it down lower, sorry guys. Thinking about getting a dress is really disheartening, and wanting and taking pictures is, I don't do them because reality sucks. And so I'm trying not to get too down about that, but I'm really feeling awful. Really, really awful, appearance wise. And so I'm kind of not looking forward to dress shopping and taking pictures. So I'm kind of bummed, but that's okay. It's okay. Put enough drinks in me and I'll be okay. Which I can't, because I'm a Tim's caregiver, so I can't ditch him. So, but I can dream about being drunk off my butt and not worrying about it, right? I'll just pretend I am. I'm drunk. I've had water. But anyways, I'm hoping to be back with you with PL pretty soon. It's going to be a little bit longer. I would say probably the new year is when I'll come back stronger. But right now it's not every day. So yeah, I'm not PLing every day or every other day. I'm I just can't right now. But I will be back with you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Awesome. You guys have a happy Thanksgiving. Really happy Thanksgiving. Bye, guys.